Well, Michael, right here. Congratulations. I know it's been, a couple hours since your big win. So I guess how are you feeling after, another spectacular performance like that?
Felicidades, par de horas desde tu victoria. O sea, ¿cómo te sientes después de una victoria como esta?
Muy bien, tranquilo, ya más calmado después de la pelea y pues muy feliz por esta oportunidad que Dios me dio por salir con la victoria y con la mano en alto.
Very happy, more, a little cooler now and calmer after the fight, and happy and grateful for this opportunity that God's given me to win this fight.
Can you walk us through the shot that dropped him and then the follow-up punches that eventually put him away?
Vamos al paso a paso de lo que pasó, o sea, el golpe que inició todo hasta el momento que básicamente se terminó la pelea. Después hablar un poquito de esa secuencia.
Sí, ya teníamos estrategia planeada, pelear bajito con él, es un peleador pequeño pero súper fuerte, entonces había que trabajar un poquito flexionado mediante su altura, entonces trabajamos de esa manera, trabajamos muy, muy calculado y frío, estaba súper nervioso en los camerinos, estaba recagado de nervios, creo que fue eso también parte fundamental de mantenerme alerta en toda la pelea, pero pues todo salió muy bien.
I think the key here that we're talking about a very stocky fighter, so his head, that low center of gravity. So we just basically knees flexed all the time and trying to stay at the same level that he was. We worked on that a lot. Able to be cool, calm, collected. I mean, listen, the corner held me out. I was really nervous. I was shitting my pants back in the locker room, but they were just basically they calmed me down, and I was able to follow the strategy in the fight.
Why are you so nervous?
¿Por qué estás nervioso?
Siempre estoy nervioso. Yo peleo con nervios, con miedo, con el corazón en la mano, pero eso es lo que me mueve, es lo único que me mueve. Entonces, gracias a eso, pues digo que soy humano. Entonces, si no sientes nervios, no sientes miedo, pues no estás vivo.
I'm always like that before the fights. I fight with nerves. I fight with fear, with my heart in my hand. And I've always been like this because I take it to heart. I always tell people if you don't have fear, if you don't have the nerves, you're not alive.
You put the mask on. You shouted your mom out. Have you had a chance to speak with her? And why did you? Obviously, we know why you chose the Miles Morales mask, but why did you bring it to MSG?
Bueno, primeramente, yo sé si tuviste la oportunidad de estar con tu mamá ya, pero ya pusiste la máscara y todo, o sea. Obviamente que sabemos por qué elegiste a Miles Morales, ¿por qué la trajiste acá a MSG?
La traje, siempre lo he querido hacer, ya llevaba tiempo con lo del Hombre Araña, me gusta mucho Miles Morales, pero pues ya era hora, en algún momento, no me importa si la UFC me multa ya a la final, es lo de menos ahorita, lo importante es la celebración, lo importante es que la gente lo haya gozado, lo haya disfrutado, y pues en el Madison nadie ha hecho eso, así que era la primera vez para todo el mundo.
Been wanting it for quite some time. I meant to do it. What better place to do it? I figured, listen, just wanted to celebrate. I don't care if they're gonna give me a fine or something like that. We had to get it done. The important thing is that people enjoyed it, and that's pretty much it. Just might as well just do it here.
What did you make of Islam's performance against Jack?
¿Viste la pelea de Islam? ¿Qué piensas del performance de Islam?
Yo le iba a ir a Islam, le fui a Islam, de hecho. Bueno, no, perdón, fue a Jack, yo le iba a Jack Della Maddalena. Tuvo una pelea muy dura, ya sabíamos que Islam lo que quería era recibir menos golpe y pues luchar más. Así que esa fue su estrategia, fue la manera en la que peleó y pues lo hizo bien. Y pues Jack dio todo de sí para llevar la pelea de pie, pero no se pudo. Así que pues todo el mundo ya lo tenía previsto, que él iba a querer tumbar porque saben que Jack pega fuerte y más en un welter, entonces... es lo que iba a hacer, yo ya lo sabía, o sea, él quería tumbar y pues mantenerse lejos de los golpes de Jack, porque sabe que es otra categoría y es otro tipo de golpe que no se da en 155, así que era obvio que iba a hacer eso y pues trabajó bien, lo hizo muy bien y pues ahora hay un doble campeón en la categoría welter, pero eso no quita que yo vaya a detenerme.
Obviously a little correction there. I was going for JDM, but we knew what it was going to do. We knew what he needed to do. We knew that it was going to be very wrestling heavy, that he was going to go with the grappling. We knew that he was going to try to receive as less damage as possible and less hits from JDM. So listen, we knew that it's a new division we're talking about. Once, I mean, he's no longer 155, so you have to watch out for what's going on. He is a champion. He's a double champion. He's a new champion of the welterweight division, but that's not going to stop me.
You made the motion for the belt, but Carlos Prates also wants the title shot. He declared himself the most entertaining fighter in the division. And we asked him about your fight, and he goes, "You're exciting. He's more exciting. And maybe eventually you can fight, but he would also be willing to fight you maybe in a quote semifinals match to face the welterweight champion. So what did you make of his win and his comments?
Carlos Prates siempre dice que es el más interesante la pelea de la categoría. O sea, obviamente dijo que tu pelea fue tremenda, pero la de él fue mejor. O sea, ¿y qué nos importa de tener que enfrentar a ti, o sea, la próxima vez? O sea, ¿qué piensas de una semifinal por la oportunidad de pelear por el cinturón, ustedes dos?
Pues no importa, a mí la UFC es la que manda. Yo no soy el que dice vas a pelear con esta persona, quieres o no, no. Si me dicen vas a pelear con él, yo lo voy a hacer, no me importa. Y si me dicen que tengo que esperarme un rato más para el título, voy a esperar. Mientras me dejen pelear a mí, yo estoy feliz de la vida. Eso se da paso a paso, no hay desesperación, estoy joven, estoy aprovechando todas las oportunidades que me da Dios, estoy aprovechando a mi madre que está disfrutando de mis peleas, mis esquinas, que son las personas que siempre me acompañan. Y pues más que nada, pues si se da la pelea con él, con Prates, con Ian Garry, con Belal, con cualquiera, yo voy a esperar mi oportunidad y la voy a aceptar. Creo que está más que claro que yo cumplí mi promesa, una vez más lo digo. Cumplí mi promesa de ganar la pelea del primer round, cumplí mi parte, los otros peleadores no lo hicieron, así que el que se lleve la pelea, pues ese es el que el presidente diga, ¿no?
Listen, the UFC owns this one. The UFC makes the shots, makes the calls. They will see who's going to fight who, and so we're just going to follow the suit with what they say. And listen, if I'm supposed to fight Prates, I'll fight Prates. If I'm supposed to fight Ian or Palau, whoever it is, I'll take it. I'm not going to turn down a fight. I want to fight for the title. If I need to fight one of them, okay. Listen, I fulfilled my promise. I said I was going to get a knockout in the first round. I got it. Other fighters didn't fulfill their promise. So whatever the UFC says, we're going to fight.
Congratulations.
Michael, right over here. Obviously, all week long, we saw so much support from Ecuador, just the people here, the flags all over the arena tonight. Obviously, you've made a name back home and the fans are supporting you here, but now you're making a name in a whole nother country. What does that mean to you?
Obviamente, toda la afición de Ecuador que está toda acá, o sea, durante toda la semana, hoy acá en la NEA también un montón de gente, pero ahora tienes el aporte de otro país también. O sea, ¿cómo te sientes de volverte una estrella?
Muy contento, o sea, no me lo tomo como una estrella, sino como un representante de todas esas personas, ¿no? Que se emocionan al ver a un peleador que admiran, que se emocionan al ver a su peleador favorito. Yo lo he hecho, también he estado en su lugar y pues simplemente sé qué se siente ver a alguien e inspirarse en esa persona. Entonces, estoy muy agradecido con todas las personas de Ecuador, con todas las personas de México, con todas las personas de aquí, nacionales, que vinieron a ver la pelea. Estoy muy contento, muy feliz. Estamos logrando muchas cosas increíbles gracias también a mis entrenadores. México fue las personas que me abrieron todo este camino, todas estas puertas que me abrieron fue ahí en México. Y pues a Raúl, él fue el pilar fundamental también para que yo haga muchas cosas buenas en UFC. Así que agradecido con todos ellos y pues nada, simplemente concentrado. Lo que importa ahorita es estar concentrado en la pelea. No me la voy a creer hasta tener el cinturón en mis manos y pues que Dios dicte mi camino.
Obviously, very happy with the support. Very happy to. And I don't consider myself to be a star, but someone that's just that's a representative of all of them, from Ecuador to Mexico, and I'm happy from everyone from any country that was here as well. And I just feel that it's good to have somebody, because I've been in that situation, to have somebody that's inspiration to you, so you can provide that inspiration. I'm just going to be the most important part. Very grateful for everything. Very grateful for the opportunity again that God has given me to actually do this, but I'm happy for Ecuador, happy for Mexico, this country that has embraced me and has welcomed me. My coaches, my corners, Raul has been the pillar, the fundamental pillar of the opportunity that have given me. I'm just very happy and grateful for them, and I'm going to continue to enjoy.
Thank you.
Just Michael, right here, right in the front. Jack Della Maddalena just faced Islam Makhachev. The pre-fight, he said, yeah, Islam might take me down, but he won't be able to hold me down. I'll get back up. Time and time again, people have said that. They said either Islam won't be able to take him down or won't be able to hold him down. If you get that match next, why would he not be able to take you down or hold you down? What would make you different?
JDM acaba de pelear contra Islam, como sabes, y durante toda la semana y hace mucho tiempo ha dicho, puede ser que me tumbe, puede ser que haya derribo, pero me levanto y no me va a mantener ahí. Todas las veces, pelea tras pelea, todos dicen, no te preocupes, yo me levanto y me paro ahí. O sea, ¿por qué él no va a lograr eso contigo si ustedes pelean? O sea, ¿por qué no vas a dejar que eso pase o que vas a levantar?
Todo el mundo dice eso hasta el día de la pelea. Cuando me enfrento a ellos ya es diferente. Todo el mundo dice que también me van a tumbar, me van a finalizar o me van a noquear y no pasa eso. Así que lo único que hago es dejar que hablen y yo hacer lo mío, que es mi trabajo, estar concentrado, estar listo para la pelea. Así sea la persona que sea ahorita que es el actual campeón, no me importa lo que él diga, yo voy a hacer lo mío, mi trabajo, mantenerme en silencio y pues también a noquearlo.
They've said this about me as well. Every single time, every fighter has said, "Oh, I'll take him down. I'll just tell you, I'll work him down the ground." I mean, it's gonna happen. They say things and they are not able to do it. The one thing, as he said before, I'm going to continue to be focused. I'm going to be calm about this. Continue to put and show the hard work that I put in, and that's not going to happen. Ahora todo español. Okay, so right now Spanish.
¿Qué tal, Michael? Bienvenido, felicidades por tremenda performance. Se hablaba de que esta hasta el momento era la pelea más complicada en tu carrera y como tú siempre lo dices, rápido, limpio y elegante. ¿Se está convirtiendo en tu firma?
Así es lo que hemos estado trabajando, pero para que se realice hay que trabajar muy fuerte. Hemos trabajado muy, muy fuerte a pesar de que tuvimos un corto tiempo, entonces la manera de trabajar de nosotros es muy, muy fuerte. Entran, pues sí, nos esmeramos en los entrenamientos y más si son peleas de corto viso, así que no hay que desaprovechar las oportunidades que nos den. Raúl me lo dice siempre, estás joven, no te apures, va a pasar esto, va a pasar lo otro, en cualquier momento nos va a tocar perder. Así que tú siempre estás preparado para cualquier cosa, disfrútalo, gózalo, o sea, estás haciendo cosas que ni un otro chico de tu edad lo está haciendo, así que agradecele a Dios, agradece a tu familia, agradece a las personas que te están ayudando y eso estamos haciendo ahora.
Totalmente. Lo hiciste ver demasiado fácil en realidad, pero como tú lo dices, atrás de eso está mucha preparación. ¿Qué se siente cristalizar esto frente a un número 2? O sea, hacerlo ver tan fácil frente al número 2 de las 170 libras.
Sí, tú lo dijiste también, o sea, es un trabajo arduo, es muy cansado, es muy doloroso, pero lo disfruto. Yo disfruto el entrenamiento más que la pelea. La pelea se puede acabar o se puede demorar, lo que sea, pero yo prefiero salir y estar ileso y disfrutar de mi familia a estarme ahí matando con alguien. No, yo prefiero salir totalmente bien, limpiecito, todo normal. Y pues ya, en el entrenamiento sí, que sangre, que llore, que sude, que la sufra, que en el corte de peso no me dejen salir del sauna, todo eso es parte de lo que me hace crecer como peleador, desarrollarme como persona, porque sé que ahí mi mente está forzándose a algo que cualquier otro dejaría ahí botado y se iría a su casa nomás a descansar. No, yo pues me quiero quedar, quiero vivir la vida del peleador, así que es lo que estoy haciendo, lo disfruto, lo gozo y en el momento que tenga que dar sus frutos, pues los voy a recibir, bienvenido sea.
Michael, así como nos gusta, ¿qué te dijo tu mamá justo antes de entrar al octágono?
Me chucheó, me puteó, me dijo de todo, pero que salga ganando el primer round. Mi mamá me dijo eso sí, gana la pelea el primer round, no me hagas sufrir tanto, hijo de puta. Eso fue todo. Pero ella está contenta, mi mamá está ahí, está feliz, ya están ahí afuera haciendo banderazo. Así que ahorita voy a ir a verla, nos pegamos unas bielitas y ya a descansar.
Michael, si no se da directamente esta oportunidad para el título que le pediste a Dana White hoy, ¿aún sigues pensando en Ian Garry o tienes otro nombre ya del top 5 porque ya te enfrentaste ahora a un ex 2?
Sí. No, o sea, no importa si es Ian Garry, como te digo, si es Ian Garry o ¿verdad? Ellos tienen sus peleas ahorita. Así que dependiendo de eso, se van a dar los resultados. Yo sí tengo pica con Ian Garry, o sea, sí le quiero sacar la chucha, pero yo estoy esperando mi oportunidad y lo que diga Dana White. O sea, él es el presidente y pues si gana su pelea, bien, nos va a tocar en cualquier momento, porque también es retador del título, es un prospecto también, al igual que Prates, también ganó su pelea muy bien, así que hay que esperar, solo hay que esperar, esto es cuestión de tiempo. Y se acabó. Ya el título ya está ahí para los 3 o los 4, quién sabe, que venga uno más, así que hay que esperar nada más.
Y bueno, ya para finalizar, tu saludo para toda la gente ecuatoriana que está más que prendida de tu carrera y hoy de tu pelea. Todos los videos se han hecho virales, así que tu saludo.
Así es, pues lo prometido es deuda, cumplimos con la palabra. Vamos a ir a Ecuador a celebrar esta gran victoria, espero verlos pronto. Vamos a ir al partido de Ecuador también que va a ser ahora en esta semana, así que a disfrutarlo, a gozarlo. Les dijimos que el ecuatoriano es arrecho y si se muere, muere arrecho. Así que hasta el final vamos a meterle mucho corazón, muchos huevos también en ese partido y a darle con todo.
Michael, por acá, qué gusto estar otra vez por acá contigo. Felicidades por una gran victoria. Técnicamente te mostraste superior en todo momento, desde el inicio controlando el centro del octágono. Te pregunto, ¿en la estrategia salió todo lo planeado o te sorprendió que él nunca buscara el piso?
No, o sea, nosotros sí dijimos, lo dije con Raúl, hablamos de eso en el camerino, vamos a pelear a un nivel un poquito más bajo en cuestión de mi guardia, porque si peleamos como peleamos normalmente, que es flojos, un poquito altos, sueltos, él iba a entrar a taclear o algo así, así que siempre en guardia, siempre con los nervios de punta, porque no sabemos qué iba a hacer. Él es un muy buen luchador, muy buen jiu-jitsu. También se lo dije ahí al momento al salir de la pelea a su esquina, que le deseo lo mejor a él y a su familia, porque sé que tiene un hijo que apenas tiene meses de nacido, así que le deseo lo mejor del mundo. Tiene todavía todo el potencial para seguir subiendo la categoría. Está muy fuerte, muy, muy fuerte, porque casi en el agarre que me hizo ahí arriba estaba, casi no me le salgo. Así que sí, se cumplió la estrategia. Era pelear bien, de frente, de pie y pues tranquilo, con mente fría.
Oye, antes de la pelea, el Media Day, le preguntaba a la mayoría de los periodistas estadounidenses si decían que te iba a ganar Sean Brady básicamente por una cuestión de experiencia, de su grappling y todo lo demás. La pregunta es, ¿sientes que a estas alturas tanto tus rivales como la prensa extranjera sobre todo te menosprecia?
Pues no importa
¿O
lo
te
que
infravalora más que menospreciar?
sí,
Más
o
bien?
sea, realmente no me importa. Yo como te digo, no me importa lo que hablen de mí, no me importa si les gusta cómo peleo, si les gusta cómo no peleo. El que tiene que hacerlo bien soy yo, ¿ok? Entonces, lo poquito que se recibe, bienvenido sea, y lo que no, pues también. Así que a seguirle metiendo.
Por último, Michael, ¿qué mensaje le das a todo el pueblo ecuatoriano que se siente muy feliz, muy emocionado contigo con esta victoria?
Que estamos logrando muchas cosas, dando pequeños pasos. O sea, esto apenas comienza, somos 4 ya, van a venir 5, van a venir 6, pero le estamos dando con todo. O sea, lo hemos demostrado en el contender, lo hemos demostrado con todas las estrellas que están llegando al UFC, con los veteranos del UFC también de Ecuador. Entonces, esto es paso a paso. Simplemente no dejar de apoyar, no dejar de apoyar, eso es fundamental. A pesar de las críticas, a pesar de los malos comentarios y cosas malas que pasan, pues el ecuatoriano no se detiene, no se va a detener nunca, y pues creo que lo único que puedo decir es que la única manera de que sobresalimos nosotros en Ecuador es poniéndole mucha rechera y muchos huevos a todo.
Gracias, Michael.
Michael, por acá. Acá, ¿cómo estás? En primer lugar, felicitaciones, por supuesto, por el gran triunfo a ti, a todo el equipo, al profe Raúl, a Andy, a Martín, que también lo veo por ahí. Felicidades a todos. Michael, 3 peleas consecutivas, 3 victorias por nocaut, las 3 en el primer round. ¿El plan siempre es salir lanzando y meter presión, o a veces, digamos, has tenido el plan mezclado un poco con esperar los huecos, esperar a ver qué te dice el lenguaje corporal del rival y esperar a ver sus intenciones?
Es eso es lo último que dijiste. El lenguaje corporal es lo que me ayuda mucho. Yo escucho mucho en mi esquina cuando estamos peleando. Entonces, cuando yo veo que mi rival lo toco o algo, si no se le tambalean los ojos, no lo sigo. Entonces, hay que esperar el momento adecuado, hay que esperar a que vea que no puede pararse bien. Ahí es donde yo ataco de verdad. Entonces, la estrategia siempre fue tocarlo mucho, pero fuerte, y esperar la oportunidad de llevarlo hasta el piso y golpear hasta que no se paren.
El jueves en la rueda de prensa, cuando se le preguntó a Sean Brady por la cantidad de ecuatorianos que estaban aquí apoyándote y que generalmente vivían acá en el área de New York y de New Jersey, y él dijo, simplemente los ecuatorianos están aquí por un partidito de fútbol del martes. No sé si te diste cuenta de eso el jueves, pero ¿qué opinión te merecería eso que dijo Sean Brady, sobre todo ahora que pasó lo que pasó?
Le sacamos la chucha, lo único que puedo decir es eso, le sacamos la chucha, y no importa lo que él diga, se hizo el trabajo, se hizo muy bien, y todos los ecuatorianos estuvieron aquí presentes para recargárselo, que estuvimos aquí para la pelea primero y luego para el partido, pero también para la pelea. Así que se hizo.
Y por último, para no perder la costumbre, ¿me regalas un arrecho Ecuador?
Arrecho Ecuador, hijo de puta.
Michael, por acá. ¿Me ves?
Sí.
Ok, felicidades por el triunfo para empezar. Y bueno, tú mencionas algo muy importante que es cómo has desarrollado el oído, cómo tú escuchas muy bien a tu esquina. ¿Hay un ejercicio en específico que desarrollen en el gimnasio de Entram para que tú puedas escuchar a tu mamá, incluso hoy que
Sí.
lo escuchaste en Madison?
Sí, pues lo he venido entrenando desde muy chico. Mi mamá fue mi esquina, entonces hacía mucho caso, y aparte, como entrenaba desde muy pequeño, como te digo, tenía la costumbre de hacerle caso mucho a mis esquinas, o sea, a lo que escucho, a mis entrenadores. Entonces, Raúl, Andy, Martín siempre me gritan y siempre los escucho, siempre, siempre. Cuando Andy me dice protocolo, es respiración, Martín me dice distancia, Raúl me dice más jab, más golpeo, entonces escucho todo eso, y así mismo escucho hasta a mi mamá estando a lo lejos. Así que es trabajo constante, es trabajo que se viene haciendo desde hace tiempo y también he desarrollado eso, escuchar mucho a la esquina desde lo lejos que estén.
Bueno, y ahora junto a Rakhmonov son los dos invictos dentro de la categoría. ¿Crees que esta racha, como ya lo mencionan también los colegas, 3 victorias consecutivas en el primer round, los bonos y aparte tu racha invicta, sean superiores a la de los demás que te hagan más merecedor a ser un contendiente al título?
Pues sí, o sea, lo importante es cómo tú te desarrolles dentro de UFC. Si eres un peleador aburrido, pues no vas a dar tus frutos, ¿no? Entonces, no estoy diciendo que yo sea lo máximo, ¿no? Estamos creciendo, estamos empezando, o sea, esto apenas comienza, así que no hay que acelerarse, simplemente disfrutar el momento, disfrutar la pelea, disfrutar todo esto que estamos sintiendo ahorita, que es euforia más que nada, así que a mantenerse tranquilos, de aquí a enero otra vez a trabajar. Ahorita las navidades, la fiesta, el fin de año, las viudas, todo el relajo en Ecuador, y después ya a volver al trabajo.
A propósito de eso, ¿vas a seguir con la tradición de vestirte de viuda?
Obviamente. hay que hacer eso popular. Aquí la UFC piensa que eso es de maricones, pero no. Eso hay que popularizarlo.
Muy bien, Michael. Y nada más para finalizar, mencionas también la importancia de lo que ha sido el profe Raúl y todo el equipo de Entran para ti. Pero bueno, ¿qué puedes decir? Porque no solo para ti, sino para los ecuatorianos que han podido brillar internacionalmente, que han pasado por ese gimnasio que representa para el MMA ecuatoriano, para tu opinión, lo Entran Gym.
Es como una segunda casa para mí. Raúl es como un papá, Andy, Martín también, son familia para mí. Entran, se ha vuelto mi hogar y pues a pesar de que muchos van y vienen, yo prefiero quedarme ahí porque siento que de un 100% apenas llevo un 20% aprendido, me queda mucho. Quiero ser cinta negra en Entran Gym, quiero aprender muy bien las bases de Raúl, quiero aprender muy bien sobre mi propio cuerpo, que Andy también aprende todos los días, él es un coach que se actualiza cada rato, entonces me queda muchísimo en Entran, me voy a quedar ahí, voy a permanecer ahí, yo soy Entran Gym también, así que lo importante ahora es seguir trabajando, seguir mejorando, traer más peleadores que aprendan, que se eduquen como peleadores de MMA y más si son ecuatorianos. Por mí estaría súper orgulloso de que vinieran y dijeran, aquí entrenó Michael también, así que bienvenidos sean también y pues nada, a esperar a que trabajen duro también.
Muy bien, Michael, gracias.
Michael, por acá, ¿qué tal? Ya, ok. Michael, ¿qué tal? Bueno, primero felicitaciones nuevamente. Ya son 3 triunfos de esa manera contundente por parte tuya. Bueno, otro de los temas que también se venía conversando era el tema del peso durante la semana y bueno, cómo terminó siendo beneficioso para ti. ¿No has considerado a lo mejor en un futuro, no sé si inmediato, lejano, pelear en la siguiente división?
Sí, pero lo primordial ahorita es ser campeones en esta categoría. Ya lo hablé con Raúl, ya lo hablé con Andy, con Martín. Primero hay que ser campeones. Sí sufrimos para dar peso. La verdad sufrimos mucho. Vine bajando 40 libras desde que empezamos campamento hasta ahorita, pero nos fue muy bien. Cortamos el último día, que fue el jueves, creo, como 16 libras. Entonces un corte de la noche a la mañana también está duro, pero lo hicimos bien, estuvimos tranquilos, sudamos todo el tiempo. Y así mismo el rebote, llegamos aquí en 199, creo, 199 libras, casi 200, entonces también tuvimos un buen rebote. Entonces podemos mejorar, podemos educarnos un poquito más. Yo más que nada no controlo la comida, pero nos podemos educar más.
Hiciste pues una pelea a Dana White por el cinturón. Obviamente que hay que esperar un poco, pero más o menos ¿en qué tiempo creerías que podría darse esto?
Cuando estén listos, cuando esté listo el campeón, cuando esté listo el siguiente rival, contra el quien sea, no importa, yo solo quiero esperar mi oportunidad y como te digo, lo estoy disfrutando, lo estoy gozando, la gente lo está viviendo, mi mamá está feliz, entonces lo importante ahorita es recuperarse, volver a estar en forma y listos para la siguiente pelea.
Arrecho, Michael.
Arrecho.
All right, the attendance tonight was 20,664. It was sold out. Gate was 13.6 million. That's the 3rd highest gate at MSG. UFC holds 1 through 5, 7, 9, and 10 all time at MSG. 2 more years will be the top 10, all 10 of the top 10. The performance of the nights were Nickel, BSD, Pradas, and Morales. They all won $50,000.
Well, Dana, in the end, a much more dominant fight for Islam than maybe we thought. I thought maybe it was going to be a bit more 50-50.
I agreed with you.
What did you think of his performance, Jack performance, and the whole fight?
Yeah, I mean, you know, not the most exciting title fight you'll ever see, but let me tell you what, complete dominance, and it's depending on what we do next with him and what's going on. This guy's headed toward GOAT talk.
Right, and that's the thing, right? What exactly do you do next with him? It's no surprise there's a lot of guys who want to fight him. Kamaru Usman, Shavkat, Ilia Topuria is calling him out. Is the Ilia fight, that's obviously the biggest fight, right? But is that one you would like to look at, or would you rather keep Ilia at 55 and make him defend that championship at least?
I don't know yet. You know, obviously the great thing that you just laid out is we have a lot of options.
Yeah.
And it depends on what he wants to do. Has he been through here yet?
Islam, no.
No. So does he want to stay at 170? Is he interested in 155? Is he, you know, I don't know. I don't know any of those questions. You know what I mean? Answers.
Yeah, I'm getting the sense we're going to hear the words White House quite a lot from fighters over the next few months. Islam is already calling for that. Is that, I think when we think about the White House, it's almost like, oh, does it have to be America versus the world themed and stuff like that? For you, would you be happy putting a non-American main event on that card?
Yeah, it's not America versus the world. It's what's the best card we can build.
So could Islam end up on the White House?
We're talking about him possibly, you know, GOAT talk here, depending on what he does in his next couple of fights. So it's a possibility.
And then speaking of GOAT talk again, Valentina Shevchenko, another crazy dominant performance. I saw you did a podcast where you said that fight would never be boring. And then it turned out that Valentina just kind of smoked her. Curious your thoughts on that fight as well.
Yeah, I thought that, you know, Weili's a little pit bull. I thought she would she would be much stronger and do better in that fight than she did. One of my buddies texted me after the fight and said, this is why we have weight classes.
I mean, Zhang's a very strong woman, and Valentina just kind of threw her around like no business. Would you be interested in Valentina maybe moving back to 135 to try and test herself, or are you okay with her making those calls?
I don't know. I'm not even thinking about that kind of shit.
Okay. And last one for me. Yesterday, Jorge Masvidal did a Q&A, and he said that the UFC is mad at him for something. He wouldn't get into details.
I was just talking to him 30 minutes ago.
Why are you mad at him?
I have no idea. I didn't know I was.
Okay, cool.
We're definitely not mad at him.
He wants to come back and fight at the White House.
I got no problem. I have no problem with him.
Right here. The rest of the main card, a couple of star-making performances in Michael Morales and Carlos Prates. I know you guys have always been high on Carlos, but to put away Leon like that and, you know, calling himself the most entertaining fighter in the division, just what did you make of his kind of, you know, like I said, star-making performance out there?
Yeah. I mean, listen, when you get these kind of opportunities, you know, like Ewing tonight, I mean, when you get an opportunity, you come to make the most of it. And there was a lot of that on the card tonight.
Well, I was going to ask about Ewing, but I'll ask now. You know, he laid out his last 48 hours. He got the call, caught a plane at 11, got to New York at 7:30, stepped on the scale at 9 a.m., said he's always going to be ready and just wants the rocket now. So I guess those last 48 hours have to be one of the most wildest ones for you guys.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, definitely for him. You know, when he came to the weigh-ins yesterday, I was like, hey, man, you know, much respect. What an incredible opportunity for you. And no matter what happens tomorrow night, I'm going to be sending you something in the mail. And, you know, I love these guys. It's like the guys that are just coming off the Contender. I mean, you got Jack Della, who tonight was the champion defending against a potential GOAT. And then you got the other guys that were on the card tonight, and then throwing a kid like Ewing. It's awesome. It's what makes this sport so fun.
And then speaking of Michael Morales, not just his performance today, but kind of all week at the press conference, he kind of came off as a superstar. He got most of the questions. He's had the longest media day. There's a ton of Ecuadorian media here specifically for him. So you've got to see money with him.
Yeah. Listen, he's obviously incredible. He's 19-0. He's cool as hell. And yeah, he's got it all. You can check all the boxes with that kid.
And then just last one for me, reaction to Bo Nickal's head kick knockout and then getting on the cage and giving the double birds to the New York crowd.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, I did see that. What was that about? I was in the back. Were they booing him or something?
He said he was, quote, standing up for myself. If you're going to give me grief, I'm going to give it back to you.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. I mean, that's yeah. I hear you. I just didn't know why he was flipping him off. I didn't know if they were booing him or what was going on. He's had a rough week. Well, that's a hell of a way to end it.
Dana, you were obviously here for Anderson Silva's incredible run in the UFC. Islam Makhachev ties his record for 16 consecutive wins. Like, such crazy things can happen in the sport, eye pokes, disqualification, stuff like that. How remarkable is what he's done, matching that record 12 years after Anderson's streak ended?
Yeah, so I was like, Habib came up to me freaking out and screaming and says, "Can I put the belts on him, please?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes over there and wraps him over the head with both the belts. I think he took more damage in getting his belts than he did during the fight. And I was saying to Habib, I've been in the fight business since I was 20 years old. And all I ever hear is, this guy's going to be a world champion. This guy's going to do this. This guy's going to do that. Everybody says the same thing, and almost nobody ever does or makes it. His father said, Habib will go in and dominate, and he'll have a run. And when he's done, and then Islam will come in behind him and do the same. And, holy shit, it played out exactly the way his father said, which is pretty amazing. I don't know what you asked me, but I hope I answered your question.
No, it's just his winning streak matching Anderson Silva's record. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything that this kid's accomplished, and to move up and weight, and say what you want about Jack and the odds, the odds makers had him a big. I didn't. I thought that fight was going to be much, much tougher for Islam. And Jack's a tough kid and gritty. And, he beat Bilal, and Bilal's a nightmare for a lot of people. I thought it was going to be a lot closer than it was. So hats off to Islam for dominating.
How much of a say will he get in who he wants to fight out of all these guys? Pre-fight, he was saying like Kamaru Usman's the greatest welterweight, the biggest name. I think he wants that as like a legacy kind of fight, maybe like John won with Stipe or something.
It's a great problem to have. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many. Like when he started, he was walking through Shavkat and Usman and Ilya, and the list goes on and on. It's a great problem to have, especially when you start talking about this kid is a couple fights away from possible GOAT doc.
And I know this is the fight game. Crazy stuff happens all the time, especially behind the scenes. But I was right there on press row when that crazy brawl broke out with Dylan Dennis and the member of Habib's team and stuff. Can you just tell us how disappointed you were to see that, and any insight into the fallout?
I blame myself for that, actually. They came back and told me right before I walked out for the main card that Dylan Dennis was here, and he was moving around, sitting in fighter seats and not sitting in his own seat that he had. He had a ticket. And they said, "Do you want us to throw him out of here?" And I said, "He has a ticket?" And I said, "Yeah." And, they told me, they said, Masvidal said he's going to fuck him up on site. And I said, "Well, where's Masvidal sitting?" He said, "Well, he's 6 or 7 rows away from Masvidal." I said, "Well, if the guy has a ticket, let him sit in his seat and let him do what he's doing, and keep an eye on him." It never even crossed my mind, as stupid as this could be, that the entire Muslim Brotherhood was here tonight in the first 5 rows for Islam. And as soon as it broke out, I was over on the other side, and I go, fuck, I know exactly what that is. I knew it. And yeah, you will never see Dylan Dennis at a UFC fight ever again.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's wanted badly to come in this company, and he said you guys don't want to sign him because he makes too much trouble. I guess point made.
Well, that and a lot of other reasons,
yeah.
But yeah, you'll never see him at another fight. So they called me from downstairs and they said, "We got him down here. Do you want to press charges and have him arrested?" And I said, "No, we don't want to press charges. This is the fight business, man. You know how I feel about this shit. And I could have prevented this tonight, and I messed up."
Yeah. Anyone else get arrested or anything like that in the fall?
Not that I'm aware of. No. Okay. We're not pressing charges. I'm not speaking for MSG or anybody else that was involved in this thing. I don't know, but we, the UFC, are not pressing charges against anybody.
Cool. And just last with me, we're here halfway through November. No fights announced for 2026 yet. I know you guys are working on a lot of stuff, but when can we maybe start expecting dates and fight announcements?
Yeah, we got obviously the first fight on Paramount that we got to put together, and then after this year ends, the big one is the White House fight. So I don't know. We'll get it done though.
Dana, straight down here, down the middle. What are your thoughts on where Leon Edwards goes now from here? 3 losses in a row, and they've progressively got worse. So
yeah, this was a rough one tonight. I don't know. Leon will go home, take some time, and then we'll get back with him and see what he's thinking, where his head is at, and go from there.
Do you think perhaps his best days are behind him?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, listen, when you get in there, there was a lot of buzz on this card. You know why? Because every one of these fights was badass tonight. That's why. And you know, anything can happen when you get in there and start mixing it up with the best in the world. So.
Fair enough. And final one from me. A few weeks removed from UFC 321, which had the unfortunate eye poke of Tom Aspinall. I'm curious, have you spoken to Tom in recent weeks, and is there any update on him?
There's no update. You know, what he needs to do is stay home, get well, stay off the internet, and start training and get ready to come back.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Dana, over here.
Yep.
You mentioned Islam as a potential GOAT, so I was wondering, how do you think the pound for pound ranking is going to look like next Monday?
What do I think the pound for pound is going to look like?
Yeah.
I think Islam's going to be number one. That's what I think.
And
but it's not up to me. It's up to you guys. You guys are the guys that vote on that shit, not me.
And if you had to, we know you like to do.
And you're usually wrong, so it'll probably be Ilya on.
And if you had to do a GOAT ranking as of right now, currently, would John Jones still be the first one?
Yes, John Jones is still the GOAT, whether you like it or not. Go ahead, sir. You had, yeah.
I want to talk about the main event. You said it wasn't the most exciting fight. You're not scared to criticize the ref. Do you think Herb Dean should have stood him up? There wasn't that much action going on.
No. I think that you know, in both fights, the co-main and main, you know, they got the takedown, they got the dominant position, they were trying to work, they're trying to move. You know, it's definitely not what everybody wants to see, but it is what everybody in this room and everybody who watches this press conference knew what the game plan would be. If Jack couldn't stop the takedown, then he at least better be able to get back to his feet. And if he couldn't, you knew how this was going to play out.
Every single week, it seems like you're asked about a different location. You say you want to go here, you want to go there. In 2026, 2027, will we start seeing you more on the road and less Apex shows?
I've been home like fucking 10 days this year. Are we not traveling enough for you, sir? Yeah. No, we're going to keep doing exactly what I seriously, what have I been home? I've been home like 8 or 9 days in the last 40 days. You want me to never go home, sir? Is that what you're asking me? Less Apex shows. We're definitely doing less Apex shows. Yeah.
All right. And my last question, you do, besides doing shows, you go to like special locations. I think you went to the Spear, you went to the White House. Do you have anything else, like a specific location you want to go to? Not necessarily a city, but like a spot.
Spain. Yeah, we haven't done Spain. Yeah.
Just right here, sir. Talking about Europe, can you give us any news about the potential rematch between Thomas Pinal and Cyril Gane?
About the rematch with
Aspinall.
What about it?
Any potential
some
news
news?
about it?
I just answered that.
Oh, didn't do it. Sorry.
Welcome to the press conference, sir.
No, sorry. Second one, Benoit Saint-Denis asked for a BMF title. Does he have the right profile for you to get this belt?
I don't know. I'm, you know, he did, yes, and you know, I don't even think about that stuff tonight. You know, we'll fly home tonight, have all day tomorrow, get back in the office Monday, and then Tuesday we start. You know what I mean? I don't even think about that stuff tonight.
Thanks.
But I understand. Listen, he wants to fight for the BMF. Pradas tonight was all over me. He wanted to get back into the octagon and, you know, square off with Islam, and you know, everybody's all fired up tonight. We got to take some time to figure out what we're going to do next.
And just little one, we have three number one contender in France: Manon Fiorot, Cyril Gane, and Nassourdine Imavov. Can we have big events in France, like more than a fight night in the future?
Yeah, I mean, what's crazy is I always talk about going to the UK and seeing events, the crowds, and all this stuff. Listen, France is pound for pound, and the mix for as far as crowds go. So I'm also one of the owners of SLS Skate League. We just did a skate competition there, and the French kid pulled off a trick there, and the place went crazy, and everybody started, it was sold out. Everybody started throwing their water bottles into it's pretty badass in France, the live events. So the long-winded answer to your question is yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dana, straight ahead. I know the focus is on 322, and rightfully so, but big picture, I mean, what you guys did in Vegas with Canelo and Crawford, tonight at MSG, planning for the White House card. You've come so far from working for Peter Welch in Selfie.
He's
there
here tonight. Yeah.
Is he really? Yeah. Is there a lesson that you still hold on to from that time? I mean, it's amazing where you were and where you are now.
Yeah. What's the question?
A lesson that you learned from Peter back, I think you were 19, 20 back
I
then?
learned everything from him. Everything about the fight business I learned from him.
Everything you still, the principles you still apply now?
Well, different. I mean, learned the fight game from him. And then I had to get into, when Lorenzo, Frank, and I did our first live event, we'd never done a production ever. We'd never done production. It was our first time ever. So there's obviously been a lot of on the job, training for me. And but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Peter.
And it's amazing how, just to follow up on that, the expectations, they grow bigger every year. You just mentioned Spain. I mean, that's a long way away from your first ever production. I mean, it's amazing. Again, the growth year by year.
Yeah, well, the two biggest things that first, the Sphere. I mean, I thought we'd open the gateway and you notice nobody's going to the fucking Sphere to try to do what we did. Literally nobody is. And then now pulling off the White House is the Sphere was technically challenging, and this is going to be logistically challenging.
And in terms of, you mentioned Spain, Madrid, Barcelona, probably the big cities if you did get to go there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
John over here from Tunnel Vision Sports. You kind of spoke about having a good problem in this aspect. How do you feel about the overall depth of the current fighters on your roster in a full circle moment?
How do I feel about the what?
The depth of your current roster.
The entire roster?
The entire, from all the divisions. How do you feel about, the talent, the UFC?
Really good. I think that, if you start to, I mean, the 55-pound division is nasty. Now 70's nasty. I mean, as you go, when you look at the top 15 in all of the weight classes, we're in a pretty good place. You go through, it goes like this with different weight classes at different points in time. But yeah, we're really happy with where we're at.
Dana, around here, I know you're a big boxing fan. Did you happen to catch the Conor Benn Chris Eubank Jr. rematch? No?
I didn't see it, but I got the updates on it. Yeah, but I didn't see it.
And
I heard this crowd was going crazy out there. The fight was that everybody was really into the fight.
Yeah, and did you see the fight that's reportedly being worked on for December 19th in Miami?
Did I see the fight being worked on December 19th in Miami?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know which fight I'm talking about?
No.
Fair enough.
Oh, Jesus. That's a fucking bad idea. That's a bad idea. But let me tell you what. A lot of people watch that one.
Will you watch it?
Sure. You know what everybody's tuning in for on that one. I think everybody's going to get what they finally been waiting for.
Dana over here. Back here. I know you mentioned Islam joining the GOAT debate potentially. Where do you rank Khabib in terms of GOATs of coaches?
I don't know. I don't rank coaches as GOATs.
Dana, a quick one right over here.
Yep.
I know you spoke about Ethan Ewing already, but this is a guy who came across the country on 2 days' notice, shocked the world, and changed his life. What kind of message or notice do you think other fighters or lessons other fighters should take from something like that?
Well, I don't know if there's lessons to be learned by that. You're either that guy or you're not. It's not something like, oh, that guy did it, I should probably do that too. You're built differently than everybody else is, and yeah, it's just even John Jones. I mean, you guys know how I feel about John Jones. John Jones turned down a short notice fight against Chael Sonnen because his team told him to. That's one of the most fucking. It's just I still get mad when I think about it. How fucking dumb that was. But this kid's wired differently than a lot of people are.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Dana, can you reflect on your relationship with ESPN and also look forward to the relationship with CBS Paramount Plus?
Yeah, all the Paramount CBS people were here tonight, and these guys are so fired up about this relationship. It just fires us up even more. So we're excited about it. And I look at the path that we've taken to get here. We started on Spike TV. From there, we went to Fox. Then we went to ESPN, and now we have this Paramount deal. It's almost like it's been the perfect trajectory. And, you know, I say it all the time publicly. I had a little bit of a rocky start with ESPN in a couple of different departments, but we ended up having an incredible relationship with them. And, you know, I have a lot of respect for ESPN and all the people that work there, and I appreciate everything they did for this company over the last 7 years.
Quick follow-up. How is Aspinall gone in the mix to be the first Paramount Plus CBS match?
We haven't even talked or thought about anything. And yeah, when I tell you guys that February, we were literally not even thinking about the White House fight yet, because I want to see how the rest of this year plays out.
Hey, Dana, what are your thoughts about Michael Morales' wins and what you should think is next for him?
Thoughts on Michael Morales? What do you think should be next for him? Michael Morales.
I don't know, sir. We won't think about that till Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just one for me, going back to John Jones. I think you said yesterday he has nothing to apologize to you for. Did he ever apologize about the Chael Sonnen thing? Does he need to apologize?
I don't know if he did. I don't think so. You know, I think that he was in a position where he had coaches in a team and they all wanted to have input into what he did, and he listened to them, and fucking that's crazy. Anyway, yeah, no, I talked to John Jones last night, actually. Yeah, I got nothing to say about it. I don't know. I just talked to him last night. Good. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Hello, everyone. Same concept. We're going to start with all the questions from North America in English, and any questions in Spanish, we'll leave it for after.
Valentina, here to your right. Congratulations. That was an extremely dominant and impressive performance. How did it go relative to your expectations and your game plan?
Hard to say. I definitely expected like a lot of. I was preparing for a war. I even like took all my anti-inflammatory pills with me because I didn't know how I'm gonna walk out from the octagon. But I feel that as a training camp and all trainings, what I did and in preparation for this fight, it was so hard that it's helped me to have like more less hard fight. But it was not something that I felt like, oh, it's gonna be easy, something like that. Or during the fight, I felt no. During the fight, from the very beginning to the very end, I could not like let myself to be very sure, oh, it's going great and I relaxed now. No, because fighting with the highest level opponent, Weili, and she's highest level opponent, very dangerous in every moment. And knowing that she has this knockout power, one punch, it's kind of like when I saw I had several body kicks that it's kind of like was, yeah, one more and it's gonna be it. But then you have to remember, if you approach too early, too soon, there is a punch that's gonna hit you very hard and you might be like finish on the ground, on the floor, and you don't want to do that. That's why I say the highest level, it's every time they don't so you don't have any right to make any mistake. That's why, for example, we can see so many knockouts or like other when the level of the fighters a little bit different. But when the level is kind of like the same and the highest, it's going to be more struggle between each other.
What does it say about you that you can go in there and win every round against someone that you consider to be such a high level fighter?
I don't know. You tell me what it say about me.
I think it says you're one of the best ever, and you have the
Good to
records now.
hear.
Yes, of
Very
course. Does that mean anything to you tonight to tie Amanda Nunes's record for most championship fights in women's history?
And this term, it doesn't mean for me like to tie. I'm not chasing here to tie someone or like anything. No, but the victory over someone as Bailey, it means a lot. And it's not only about the fight, but this preparation for the fight. It was one of the largest, longest, and hardest training camp I ever had. Especially like I felt this morning. I woke up and I had that feeling that I just fought in Montreal. And now I have to do it again. It's like so back to back for me because training never stopped and training camp never stopped. That's why it's very important. This victory is very important for me.
You told me to ask you after the fight when we spoke before about Kayla Harrison saying she would like to fight you at 135 at the White House if you won this. What do you think about that now?
I think it's one of the possibilities, yes, and I consider that. It's kind of like for now, I want to take care of injuries, what I have. That's kind of like migrating from training camp to training camp with me. But after like maybe a week or something like that, we will have our conversation with my team, with my coach Pavel, and decide what is next, because I feel there is good challengers in flyweight as well. Erin, Natalia, and bantamweight, now we have Amanda or Kyla. And I would say probably fans would love to see Amanda trilogy because it was unfinished business. But in the same time, it's unclear yet. Is she return or not return? Is she fighting or not fighting? And also it's unknown in what shape she's going to return, like half Amanda or maybe full Amanda, who knows? Yeah, but Kyla, it's also one of the possibility, and it's going to be another like super challenge.
Valentina right here. You know, Whaley didn't seem very committal on staying at flyweight or going back to strawweight. So after spending time in there, do you think she has the physical tools to stay in this division, or do you think she would be better off going back to strawweight?
Oh yeah, definitely. She has all the tools, physical tools in the flyweight division, and it's up to her if she want to stay here or she want to go back to strawweight. It's all up to her, but she has it all in both weight classes.
How hard did she hit compared to some of your previous opponents that you fought for the title?
Hard to say because I was like, I was not there to receive the punch. I was there to manage the distance.
Understood. And as far as kind of the size, it really just seemed like you were able to bully her. You know, your size advantage was pretty clear. And I'm not saying you were just kind of throwing her around because you were larger. You obviously have very good takedowns. We've seen that part of your game. But did you notice that that was kind of something that was very much a clear advantage that you're just like, well, I'm just going to keep going to the well for this because it's working?
It was very rare occasions where I fight someone who is shorter than me. Usually in all my career, doesn't matter if it's flyweight, bantamweight, every time like my opponents are taller, like, and I have to battle with managing the distance, the range and everything. But I would say Jessica Andrade and Whaley, the only fighters who was a little bit shorter than me. And I say that I like it.
I was going to say, is that a preferable situation for you? So I mean, I think that's pretty much it. You covered me. Thank you.
Valentina right here in the front. Going very similar question that he just asked. The commentators, they kept saying during the fight that you were so much bigger than her, you're stronger than her. There's a reason why there was weight classes. But then the fight right after, we saw someone move up in weight and dominate, very similar to how you did. Do you think that maybe that is getting stressed too much and not how great your wrestling was? I mean, if you think about it, Tatiana Suarez is a very decorated wrestler, and she couldn't take Whaley down, and you took her down with ease.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, there is all levels, and I feel definitely I don't say that it's just the size, because if it's only the size, it never will like bring any victory. Only the size. For example, my previous opponent from France, She was bigger than me. She was like taller, and I have to battle it. And I did what I have to do. I won the fight, and managing, like throwing the distance, the control, the punches. It's not about size. It's about how good you control your body, like weight, and like how good you can manage this, because it's you can be big but without a good control. You have to know your skills, and it's only come with experience. And I would say it is everything what I did today in the fight, it's only because of my experience in martial arts. 32 years, it's not a joke. Do every time what I have to do for like to make this fight exactly how it was.
Valentina back here. Congratulations on the victory. What was it like to share the card with another GOAT like Islam Makhachev, another legend?
It's amazing. It's a huge card. It's in Madison Square Garden, and definitely it's one of the last events of the year. And definitely so many bright and big names. And Islam, he did a very good job, and my congratulations to him. But the specific of our job, what we are doing, it's kind of like very hard to actually in the moment think about it. You don't think about fight card, you don't think about venue, you don't think about anything else, just your opponent in front of you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, Valentina. Congrats first. Last time we spoke together was in Montreal, and you told me the thing that you love when you see in the eyes of your opponent when they break. When did that happen with Weili tonight? And does her surprise you in any kind of way?
I would say like after the second round, she already felt, but as I'm saying, she's such a professional and experienced fighter that you cannot like discard that, yeah, they're broken. No, she was fighting till the end. But, funny that one of the moment in the fourth and fifth round, she was talking to her corners. So she was asking them something. I don't know, maybe it was something what you are saying about.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You've been able to stand in the ring with the best of them, and Weili also being one of the most prominent fighters in the world as well. When you fought Nunes and other fighters like that, how much did those moments, those key moments in big fights, prepare you for a fight like this?
Every fight, and it's not only big fight against champion. Every single fight, it's teach you something. Even you are thinking it's gonna be, oh, okay, it's another challenge, or not. No, it's gonna teach you like so much, and it's good. It's very good. It's adding more experience, more knowledge for your future, and it's very important. More fights is better. When I, for example, just was starting my career, I was fighting everywhere. I was fighting taekwondo, all like North, South Korean, karate, all like Kyokushinkai, Sitaru, Shotokan, all types. I was like, my coach Pavel was like, had so many friends in different organization, and he was someone calling us like, we have competition to like this Saturday in karate. Do you want to participate? And yeah, I have. I will send some students. So I fought there. Then the next week, like different rules, different competition, and that is what I say developed me as a complete fighter, as a universal fighter. But now it's good that MMA young fighters, they don't have to do all of this. They just come and train MMA, because MMA it's a sport itself. It's very beautiful, very very universal, and very versatile sports that I love so much.
Valentina, enhorabuena por la victoria. Disculpas por repetir las preguntas porque ya lo has dicho en inglés, pero en castellano te quería preguntar. Has mencionado a Natalia y a Erin como posibles rivales que te emocionan. También la posibilidad de subir a disputar con Kayla o con Amanda. Si tuvieras que escoger, ¿quién te emociona más? ¿Quién te gustaría más enfrentar realmente?
De verdad, en este momento yo creo que Amanda, porque es como algo que no está acabado todavía y toda la gente, si quieren ver esta trilogía, si quieren ver esta pelea y de verdad yo no sé cómo ella se siente, yo refiero como peleadora, si todavía tiene este fuego inside de ella, porque es también muy importante. Si solamente peleador viene a pelear por dinero, no es vale nada, tienen que tener este fuego adentro.
El miércoles te preguntaba si antes de esta pelea y del resultado que hubiera, te considerabas o se te podía considerar ya la mejor peleadora de la historia. Ahora que has ganado esta pelea, ¿qué consideras?
No es por mí decidir, no, nunca no voy a decirlo. No.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Valentina, ¿cómo estás? Felicitaciones por la victoria.
Gracias.
Se da como un poquito de mérito, siento, porque te dicen de que Zhang Weili era muy chiquita para ti, por eso que no hizo el trabajo, pero cuando tú peleaste con Amanda Nunes, tú le diste muchas ventajas físicas e inclusive se olvidan de que la segunda pelea mucha gente te vio ganar a ti. Entonces pienso que realmente, no sé, veo como que hay cierta injusticia en que se habla de que tú ganaste porque tú estabas en ventaja, pero has estado en ventaja y has ganado.
Yo creo que de verdad no escuché esto, que ellos estaban diciendo que es muy chiquita o algo así. Cuando antes de la pelea, toda esta semana de la pelea, todo el mundo dijeron que muy parejas y mucha gente pensaban que ella va a ganar, sí. Entonces, eso sí yo escuché. Pero como yo dije, ventaja no es tamaño, ventaja es experiencia, ventaja es todo que yo he practicado por 32 años, que hago artes marciales. Es verdadera la ventaja.
Claro, y definitivamente la gente está teniendo una trilogía porque la segunda pelea, o sea, las dos fueron cerradas, pero la segunda pelea, de verdad que la mayoría de la gente te vio ganar.
Otra persona todavía tiene que regresar al deporte. No podemos tener una pelea sin contrincante que todavía está descansando.
Sí, bueno, aprovecho, repito. Sí, te hemos visto manejando mucho la distancia, mucho la contra, incluso estando no estática, pero parada mientras ella intentaba buscar los ángulos. ¿Cuál era el game plan que tenías para pelear con ella? ¿Era ese? ¿Era buscarle más la contra?
De verdad, siempre cuando salgo a una pelea, no es algún game plan que es fijo, es siempre movido. Nosotros cuando entrenamos todo. Entrenamos distancia, entrenamos grappling, wrestling, todo es posible, porque un peleador de artista marcial no puede permitir no saber algo bien. Tiene que saber y dominar en todos los aspectos. Y de verdad, yo cuando salgo a la pelea, lo tengo todo preparado y listo para que depende de acciones de mi rival, yo voy a escoger la táctica. Esto es yo creo que la más importante porque es sentimiento. Cuando tú sientes cómo va la pelea, porque si tú tienes un game plan, tal vez no funciona. Tú tienes otro plan, tal vez no funciona. Tú tienes que corregir y cambiar todo muy pronto, muy rápido. Tú no tienes tiempo de regresar a tu esquina y escuchar qué ellos te van a decir. Tú tienes que tomar decisión ya. Pero por eso tú tienes que entrenar mucho en todos aspectos. Y yo siempre cuando salgo en la pelea, yo tengo todo listo, preparado, pero verdadero plan va a salir depende de mi contrincante.
Y si no me equivoco, te vimos por España unos meses antes de la pelea. ¿Te volveremos a ver pronto? ¿Hay algún sitio específico en el que te gustaría ir a entrenar o visitar?
Me encanta. Yo estuve en España porque nosotros viajamos en Marruecos, en Tánger, y ahí cruzando en español, ¿cómo decir? La tarifa. Sí, entonces Estrecho, sí, exacto. Y nosotros, sí, claro, estando en Tangier, tomamos esta oportunidad y viajamos a España. Pero sí, me encanta. Yo nunca no estuve en España por otras ciudades, pero mi entrenador, él estaba en Barcelona. Dice que es muy bonito, muy lindo y sí, de verdad me gustaría conocer mucho. Gracias. Sí, gracias.
One day I come with the belt here, but today is I told you guys.
Islam down here too, right? Congratulations. I know this is a moment you've dreamt of for your entire career as long as we've talked to you. How good does it feel to have it happen compared to all your dreams about it?
Feel so happy. I stay now, like, try to control, but it's the biggest day in my life and so happy to be double UFC champion in Madison Square Garden. And what I told all fight week is my dream today.
Did you think that it was going to be that one-sided? Were you expecting Jack to maybe show a little more resistance on the ground or the feet?
When I take him down first time, I feel it's gonna be a long night and I can do whatever I want in the ground because I expect for him, like, he gonna try to get up, but we're working. We watch his all fights. He have couple like sweep, couple things in the ground, but I block him there, and that's why I make this easy.
What did you say to Craig Jones after?
I told him, your jiu-jitsu not working. You have to come to Dagestan for 2-3 years.
What did he say?
He started laughing. He told Khabib, I will come Dagestan.
This is obviously your first fight at welterweight. How much better do you think the performances can get as you grow into this weight class?
Yeah, I will. I feel better today. I feel like I never feel before, I feel more power, more confident when, like, I strike, when I move, I see all his punches and I feel much better today. I feel I can control anyone in the ground and I never feel like that, sure.
What do you think that going forward, like in this division, a lot of good guys, some big performances tonight. Ilya called you out. Michael Morales and Carlos Prates both want a shot. Shavkat wants a shot. Usman wants a shot. Who's the guy?
Everybody wants something. Yeah, this is the much competitive division right now, welterweight. Sure, 100%. Like a lot of young guys who fought today. Next week's gonna fight couple guys, and also Kamaru, Tapuria, all killers want to take my belts. No. I don't give you. I working so hard to be double champion, and I feel today I don't have to cut much weight, and I'm gonna defend my belt many times more.
Tapuria, I don't know if you saw his tweet. He said you're like the most boring fighter in the UFC or something like that. I know you said to ask you about him after the fight at Media Day. Can you give us your full thoughts on a fight with him now?
No injury, nothing. I don't feel any pains. I'm ready. Who is gonna be next? Let's do this, and I will make it easy. And today I show you, Jake's one of the best in this game. One of the hardest opponent. That's why I prepare so hard to make this easy, and this is our plan. And I did exactly. He defends. I try to do some chokes, try to make Kimura, but he defends very well. But I make this easy because I training so hard.
And I know you said you didn't want to think about the double champ, the 16 fight winning streak, the Anderson Silva record before the fight, but you've done all that now. Dana was in here. He said you're part of the GOAT talk now, especially if you defend that belt a few times.
You ask Dana, I'm the pound for pound best fighter right
He said you should be #1 pound for pound.
now. Okay, thank you. I don't know which record we have to beat now. What's
Well-
the record?
Well, one more and you'll have the longest winning streak in
Okay,
UFC history.
let's do this. I'm ready. What I told, life is changed. No more cutting weight, and I feel better in welterweight.
And just last one, you're obviously getting ready for the fight backstage, and a huge brawl breaks out with some of your teammates and Dylan Dennis. Dana was in here talking about it. He said it was his fault letting them sit too close to each other. But was that a distraction at all, or what did you think of all that?
When you talk about someone like last 5 years, you talk about someone, when you meet them, как будь ты должен отвечать за свои слова.
You have to answer to what you said.
You have to answer what you said, And today, I don't think he answered, And he still say a lot of bad things about our team. And today he coming and somebody just meet him. He talk about this guy's bad, and today the guys just meet him. That's it.
Dana said he's banned from UFC events for life, so he'll never be back to one.
He have to ban from this country also.
Islam, of all the welterweights that fought today, who do you think had the most impressive performance besides yourself?
From today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the both fights, Man, Prates, he beat former champion, like clear knockout. They're both very good, very tough, young. And I surprised how these guys who smoke all day beat the former champion,
He said, Carlos Prates said that's what Nutella will do for you, the power.
I don't know who like his nutritionist, These guys look big, but he not cut much weight, But he is good, like crazy performance. Finish former champion, like make it easy.
And then in terms of your fight, did you feel like you had broken Jack in there? Because between rounds when the camera was on him, he looked like he was struggling to get up and off the stool.
First couple round, he tried more, do some things, but third and after like champions round, I feel he not gonna stand, And these guys, my corners, they pressure me, hey, hold him there, like beat him in the ground. But in the striking also, he's not fast, I saw his all punches, and he become like a little bit tired after the first round, and I can strike with him, but just want to make it easy.
Did you toss Ali in there in the octagon?
Yeah, I show him judo technique.
Islam, when you talk about Jack's grappling, why exactly are you so much better at it? Is it a strength thing? Is it a technique thing? Does he not know as much as you? Why is it that you were able to control him so easily?
Because I have more skills in the ground, honestly, and I feel power today. I feel I can like hold him, like no problem. And I don't know how it's called, these things what he make for like Bilal, for everybody. He tried to make these sweeps on me also, but I just put the underhook and control him. I think he just have one move in the ground. I just block this move and that's it.
Do you think there was a moment in the fight, maybe after the first or second round, where he started concentrating on not getting submitted rather than getting up?
Yeah. From the choke, he defends very well. And when I just put my arm, the corners tried to told him, hey, two hands, control his hand by two hands, and he defends very well. And
Well, maybe that's what Craig Jones taught him, was just how
he's the best shot in this fight when he give me legs in the end of the first round.
Islam, right over here. You met, or in this camp, in the lead up to this, you did 3 parts in 3 different countries to prepare for this fight. How happy are you with the camp you had and the decisions your team made to help you get prepared for this fight?
and last week. This is the hardest camp in my life, you know. First camp, usually first camp you just beginning to be like in shape, to back in the shape. But first camp it was like hardest camp, you know. We was in the mountain in the Kislovodsk. It's the one of the city in Russia. They have big Olympic center for all Olympic sports, you know. And I spent three weeks, and we did a lot of weights, and I eat on time to gain weight, you know. I have one of the coach, he's the one of the head coach of Taekwondo Russian team, you know. His name Saifullah. I did with him like crazy job, and the first camp hardest one, and I improved a lot from that camp. What just we need gain weight to become strong, to become big, and this is from the first camp.
And obviously your team helped you prepare like they always do, but this fight, you know, everybody helped you in terms of, you know, bulking up and then training partners and stuff like that. Your coaches, the guys in your corner tonight. What does it mean to bring this victory back to the whole entire team?
This is what I have today do to make them happy. We support and help each other, not for the money, for the somethings, you know. Just I win, they're happy, you know. And same things when someone fight from our team, I go to help them. I don't have fight. I just go to the camp, help them. Second camp, what we did in Dubai, we just go to Dubai to support, to help Usman and Omar to prepare. We go all team. We went to Dubai, just help these two guys to become better, you know. And we wish like to each other to become better, you know, not because of money, because of something, because we're all brothers.
And last for me, I hate to use the word easy because nothing of what you did this week, this month, the past couple months are easy. But where does this fight rank in terms of one of your easiest, you know, wins?
Oh, good question. Camps is the one of the hardest one. This is the hardest camps, but fights, maybe I beat second time I beat Volk, this by knockout, and the last fight I choke. But this today is easy also, but I not finish him, you know.
Thank you.
Islam right in front of you. Congratulations on the victory tonight.
Thank you.
So heading into the event tonight, Zhang Weili was in a very similar situation as you was. She's obviously a long reigning champion, dominant, one of the greatest fighters ever. She moved up. Unfortunately for her, she struggled tonight, couldn't get the second belt. Do you think that kind of reflects to show how incredible a feat it was for you to be able to do that?
Honestly, I saw what name? Zhang Weili. She looks small, you know, in this fight. That's why Valentina make his job like very also easy. He just close the hand and always take her down, you know. And maybe she not working on that moment to gain weight, to become a little bit big, you know, because this is the big difference. When you change the weight class, you have to be not just eat and become big, you know. You have to do right job to become stronger, become bigger.
My second question, I know Dana didn't say who you're going to fight next. You didn't really say either, but Michael Morales was just in here, and I said to him, you know, everybody that has faced you said they're either can stop your takedowns or they can get up if you take them down, and it seems like nobody can do that. And then I asked him what makes him different. Why can he stop your takedowns? And he kind of flipped the question. He said, everybody says they can take me down, and nobody has been able to take me down yet. What makes Islam special to take me down?
Same things everybody say. I'm gonna knock out Islam. It's if I stay, they're gonna knock me out. But I'm gonna try 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. He gonna defense, but I'm gonna still going. And I told you guys in the welterweight, I don't think someone can stop my wrestling.
And my last question: during this run, the only person to even give you a competitive fight, it seemed like, was the Alex Volkanovski in the first fight. Do you think the run you're on and how dominant you are, moving up a weight class and everything, just kind of shows how great of a fighter Alex Volkanovski is, and especially at that time?
Sure, Volkanovski like give me like hardest fight in my life maybe, but that day in Australia, this is the baddest day for me and for some of the fighters to fight. 5 in the morning, we wake up 5 in the morning and someone go to the arena 5 a.m. in the morning. How you can fight, you know? I'm like so lucky to fight last one. I fight like 10 or 11, and that's why he gave me hardest fight there, and that's it.
Islam, tell you right. You got a lot of love from New York throughout this week. You know, when you
Yeah,
were at the
I'm
press
also
conference.
surprised, you know.
You were surprised.
Yeah,
Why were you surprised?
because always in US the old people, the crowd not in my side.
And obviously, yeah, it was very monstrous. Everyone was really supportive of you at the press conference, and then tonight they were chanting Islam, Islam,
Yeah.
Islam. I mean, you've never had that in America. What do you think kind of brought them to your side, though?
Yeah, maybe people start to like me. I don't know, but you know, when all my life when I travel somewhere, Australia or Abu Dhabi, also people support me always, and but US fan start to love me.
Are you expecting the kind of similar reception next time you fight in America?
I hope.
Now, obviously, you put together a really impressive performance in there. You're thinking, okay, I've finally achieved this dream. I got my welterweight championship. At what point do you start maybe wondering, could I go for a third championship? Is that a thing or no?
Wow, DC bring me cake in the locker room. It's gonna be so hard, man. I don't know. You know, today I feel great. I feel I'm ready to fight anyone. You know, in the lightweight, it's so difficult to cut weight, to recover well, to show you good performance. But today I feel this is my weight division, and I'm gonna defend my belt many times more.
And the last one for me, you took a water from in front of me when you were walking back to the cage afterward. What did you end up doing with that water?
Thank you. So sorry, but I was want to water. No, that's why. I almost finished this water.
It wasn't my water anyway. Thank you.
Thank you.
Islam, congratulations on your achievement. You've mentioned how special it was for you. But I was wondering, Dana mentioned before that 20 years or 10 years ago, Khabib's father said to him that Khabib was going to have a run, he was going to be a champion, and then you would be the champion and you would defend for many times. I was wondering, how proud do you think Khabib's father would be if he could have seen you achieve this, and what would have he said?
Yeah, I know.
He would be proud.
Yeah, he will be proud of me. And you know, the lightweight in our gym is the one of the competitive division. You know, like we have PFL champion Osman, we have Zhang already like big star, even not fighting in UFC. You know? And we have a lot of more guys who gonna come and control the lightweight in UFC very soon.
Landed the cleanest shots. Apparently, Chanko landed the cleanest shots in Dylan Danis. Do you think that would make him more of a star?
Chanko is a good striker, you know. You know, let's don't talk about the shit person. We're gonna smell the shit, you know. We're gonna still talking about the shit person. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all life. You promote me always. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.